Welcome to Thrive, Transformative Strategies for the New Year, the CLA virtual conference poised to redefine your approach to success. Today, we unite under the banner of innovation, ready to forge new paths in personal and professional growth. Each speaker today brings unique insights to propel us forward. Get ready to explore innovative strategies that will enhance your growth journey in 2024.
Hello, Connected Leaders Academy. My name is Michael Duffy. I'm currently a Canadian expat living out of a suitcase for the past 5 weeks in Dubai, expanding my business and mindset by running a 24/7 global technology support business called Don't Get Hacked Cybersecurity in 2 cities separated by an 11-hour time change. So if you don't know who I am, I'm a husband of 17 years to my wife, Julianne Duffy, father of 11 years to my daughter, Penelope, a dog lover. We have a border collie and a golden doodle that we have left in Canada while establishing a new office and new relationships here in Dubai. So I want to extend huge thanks to our fearless Connected Leaders Academy founder, Jose Escobar, for planning virtual events like these. Both in business and in life, the only way to expand your connections and increase your revenue is to multiply your connections and broadcast your purpose to 10 times as many people as possible. Jose Escobar and I virtually met back in April 2022 when I originally sent him a cold pitch in a Facebook Messenger chat offering to help him with protecting his brand identity and digital assets with our Don't Get Hacked professional remote computer support and data backup services. To summarize, I protect business owners by creating detailed written personal and business data backup and guaranteed recovery plans to restore your business assets in the event of a data loss emergency like flood, fire, theft, user error, and of course, hackers. Hence the name Don't Get Hacked. Jose responded about a month later in May 2022 with an even more crafted pitch asking me to join his group of leaders at the Connected Leaders Academy. I then ghosted him until he confronted me in person in July 2023. It's a hilarious story. So July 2023, we met at the Moment Conference in El Paso, Texas, and we took a selfie together outside on the patio while networking with other CLA members, such as our mutual friend and mentor, Daniel Gomez. So this relationship took 14 months to get started, and it took 18 months of Jose pitching Mike Duffy, me, to get me to join CLA. Take that as a lesson. Being a leader requires a vision and commitment, and most important, follow through. Most importantly, a well-executed plan to bring 25 amazing thought leaders together on one day. Kudos to Jose Escobar and the CLA management team. Jose was fully committed to bringing in a cybersecurity educator like me, Mike Duffy from Don't Get Hacked Cybersecurity, to the CLA. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give Jose Escobar a round of applause for bringing a hacker into the Connected Leaders Academy just 4 months ago, just in time for the 2024 Connected Leaders Academy virtual conference. So let me introduce myself again. That was just a little bit of a backstory about me and Jose and how he brought me here. I am Michael Duffy, the founder of Don't Get Hacked Cybersecurity, with offices in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I'm speaking to you today from my new international office in Dubai, UAE. This cybersecurity session is focused on challenging your current established beliefs regarding how to future-proof your success, learning to protect your ever-growing and ever-changing digital assets. So let me start my session by setting my intention for this masterclass today. My purpose is to be an authentic human who continually re-educates humanity on the importance of building a data backup and tested recovery plan to protect your personal and business finances and emotional well-being from the inevitable stresses of disasters like flood, fire, theft, user error, and hackers. Why? Losing data is easily preventable. Losing relationships, customers, or your business is a very destructive habit caused simply by a lack of information and a false sense of it will never happen to me. Let's admit it, that it will eventually happen to you. You are where you are in life because of the choices you made in life up until this point in time. As humans, we all make mistakes, and those mistakes can have life-altering implications when it comes to your personal data and business data. If you are meant to be hacked and lose your photos, your social media accounts, your website, your finances, your cryptocurrency, lose your business due to bankruptcy, it's because God is sending you a wake-up call and you are ignoring priorities in your life. The digital era has brought unprecedented opportunities, but it also poses new challenges and risks. Whether you're an entrepreneur, professional, or individual seeking to safeguard your digital presence. So let's discuss external and internal threats to your data and emotions and finances. Let's discuss the current known and unknown threats we are facing in 2024 and into the future. So I'll give you a couple examples of external digital threats. Artificial intelligence tools, we've all heard of them. And while you might be playing with ChatGPT, so are the hackers. Social engineering is exploding these days due to artificial intelligence tools that can scan your LinkedIn and social media accounts and websites of yourself and your employees or your subcontractors and gather much personal and business data, such as contact methods like phone numbers and email addresses, and also perform advanced data collection techniques to extrapolate and perform advanced data manipulation techniques, such as performing a DISC personality assessment on you and your staff. What does that mean, Mike? Scams and high-pressure sales tactics are becoming automated using low-cost artificial intelligence tools that understand your personality, and social engineering attacks are becoming so sophisticated that recently the FTC in the United States just announced it was illegal to use AI-generated phone calls for outbound calling in the United States. When you get an email, a text, a Facebook messenger in the Facebook chat, a WhatsApp message on your phone call, how do you know it is a trustworthy human being on the other end? Is it an AI bot or is it a human? Even if you are taking the steps to only respond to communication that you initiate the outreach of, how do you know that that person that you're outreaching to in that organization, how can you confirm it's a human on the other end and not an automated chatbot? Now, let's explore external natural threats. We may call these acts of God, natural events that happen every day and can cause you stress and data loss when you least expect it. So there's going to be floods, fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, theft, human forgetfulness. Last but not least, self-inflicted human habits that can and will cause unneeded stress, data loss and loss of finances, and most importantly, loss of your most valuable resource, your time. Your lack of data documentation and organizing your personal data and or your business and organizational data is a recipe for eventual digital disaster, either self-inflicted or exaggerated by external variables. If you have a business with employees, is your data organized? Or does every employee and or every department have their own separate islands of digital messes, which can grow out of control? Your keys to your digital passwords, your keys to your digital data, your passwords, are they being documented and changed regularly and stored in a secure place and being protected by two-factor authentication methods? Or are you falling behind by reusing those passwords, not creating unique passwords, or simply not caring that you are doing the bare minimum 8-character passwords that websites and apps require? Throughout this masterclass, we will explore the various facets of digital assets, ranging from sensitive personal information to intellectual property and online accounts. Understanding the value of these assets is the first step towards securing a successful future and building your unique plan to protect your digital assets. This masterclass goes beyond theoretical concepts, offering practical, actionable strategies to fortify your digital defenses. From robust password management to encryption techniques and proactive monitoring, you will learn how to implement a comprehensive digital security plan tailored to your personal and business needs. Moreover, we have already addressed emerging threats such as artificial intelligence and external threats in the digital landscape, amplifying the importance that your protective measures remain current and effective. This masterclass fosters a proactive mindset, encouraging participants to stay ahead of potential risks and capitalize on the security that creating a plan to protect your digital assets affords you, and how this plan will future-proof your successes. By the end of the session, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and tools to future-proof your success by safeguarding your digital assets. That's the point. Whether you're an individual looking to protect personal information or a business owner safeguarding your whole environment and your whole organization. So the first step to accomplish this plan of protecting your digital assets is through learning how to effectively create strong, secure passwords that you can remember without the use of a digital password manager. Yes, this is a bold statement, but I've got so many years of experience with passwords, and training people on how to create strong passwords. So I have my reasons for making this bold statement. User error is the leading cause of account loss, asset loss, and contributes to scammers and hackers penetrating your digital assets and stealing your finances and your identity. Simply put, without user error and IT system and security implementation error, there'd be no ways for hackers to disrupt your life. The human sitting between the floor and the keyboard is by far the weakest link. As I mentioned, the human is the weakest link, and this fact is now being leveraged by emerging artificial intelligence, which is helping exploit the weakness of the human psyche by compiling digital data on your personality and understanding how it needs to ask you questions in order for you to engage with the AI and provide answers which may reflect your skill levels and how easy you are to manipulate. So let's buckle up and take a deep dive into the intricate world of passwords, discussing some of the common myths associated with the past 3 decades of password education. Myth 1, I have nothing to steal. I hear this a lot. But Mike, I have nothing to steal. Regardless of how much money is in your bank account, your digital identity is potentially worth millions. So I'm talking about identity theft. When you have a relaxed approach to protecting your identity and your identity is stolen, and you're locked out of accounts, if the hackers have more digital data on you than you have on yourself, they can open up credit cards, car loans, and mortgages in your name. The complex financial part of this identity theft is when they are paying the bills of stolen money until they are caught and your credit and reputation are ruined since it was all in your name. You may have some sort of identity theft coverage, however, there are usually limits on that coverage, and realistically speaking, how much damage can an insurance company or bank realistically reverse until those bad loans are removed from your credit history? Myth number 2, as long as my password is long enough, that's good enough, no one can guess it. Simply incorrect for 2 reasons. Reason 1, humans are creatures of habit. They will do the minimum required. Most websites require only an 8-character password. Any hacker can guess this using brute force in less than a second. Even with special characters, an 8-character password is brute forced in less than a second. A 12-character password can be brute forced in less than 3 seconds. Reason number 2, humans have a habit of reusing passwords or believe they are clever by changing a few characters of a password or a phrase or whatever method they've come up in their mind. So they may be believing they're creating a unique password for a new website when they're simply creating a potential digital catastrophe. A digital catastrophe. What do I mean by this? Let's start by examining a scenario that many of us can relate to: the habit of using a single password or slightly varied passwords across multiple accounts. It seems harmless, right? But what if I told you that this seemingly innocent practice could be the trigger for a potential digital catastrophe? Let's discuss the domino effect associated with this common mistake. So imagine you have one password, like the first domino in a line, falling and triggering a cascade of security breaches across your digital life. Once there is a security breach and one of your passwords is guessed correctly or discovered in a data breach, and it is confirmed that it is 100% correct, there is a ripple effect. Now other accounts will be tested and variations of your password will be tested. If your passwords are reused or slightly reused, the dominoes will start to fall, and you better hope that you have two-factor authentication turned on all your accounts, or the hackers will get into everything really quick. So without two-factor authentication turned on, the domino ripple effect can leave your entire digital kingdom exposed to a myriad of cyber threats, emphasizing the critical importance of securing each website or app with a unique, non-reused password. Once one of your passwords is leaked or guessed, computer algorithms can easily guess slight variations of your passwords within seconds. This attack is called a password reuse attack. Cyber criminals are not only aware of this common practice, but are adept at exploiting it. Password reuse attacks involved using compromised credentials from one platform to gain unauthorized access to other accounts. So say LinkedIn, your password on LinkedIn is revealed, they'll go and retest similar passwords against every single website on the internet. So you better make sure you've got two-factor turned on. So we're going to move on to exploring the anatomy of a password and how do we make strong, secure passwords. Password strength. A robust password is more than just a combination of characters. It's an intricate shield protecting your digital identity. Historically speaking, we've been instructed that a strong password incorporates upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, and you better make it confusing and complex. Even better, use a random password generator. And even better, use a random password generator, random generated password from a digital password manager. While it is important to use upper and lowercase numbers and special characters to create a password, these are the wrong tips for creating a password. An 8-character password is the same strength, whether it is the word password or a random 8-character password. So the advice we've been given all these years is wrong. Any 8-character password is as strong as another 8-character password and can be guessed by a computer in a second. Any 12-character password is as strong as another 12-character password and can be guessed in 3 seconds. The myth of ultimate security using a password manager. Are you currently using a digital password manager? Many people are. Many people have been trained by their tech support company or their employer or wherever they work to use a digital password manager. So a digital password manager is a digital app that not only generates complex, unique passwords for each account, but also securely stores them. While these provide you the convenience of remembering just one master password and ensuring the security of all your credentials, my past customers have been known to get locked out of them or mistakenly trusting a cell phone kiosk technician to move their apps from an old phone to a new phone, and then they'll lose access to these password managers. Additionally, more than a handful of these digital password managers have already been hacked and have leaked credentials onto the dark web. Are you relying on a password manager to generate your random passwords? How do you know you can trust that random password? Is it blind trust? If that is the case, you're putting too much trust in someone else's computer code. So, my practical tip: the proper length for an uncrackable password in 2024 is 16 characters. Yes, now it's 16 characters in 2024. Since you're empowered with this knowledge, let's shift our mindsets to the practical strategy of using a phrase or a sentence of 4 to 6 words that would make a 16-character or longer password. I believe this is the key to strong, secure passwords that you can remember without a digital password manager. Yes, you can still use a digital password manager. However, I want you to be empowered to create passwords that you can remember and not be at the mercy of always looking at your digital password manager, especially if it gets breached or your phone or tablet is dead. Some of my executive users still like the flexibility of using a digital password manager, and that is fine. If it helps keep you organized, that's great. But I still want you to learn how to create strong, secure passwords that you can remember without having to rely on the password manager. So I've provided 2 digital assets to assist you in this task. There's a PDF that should accompany this conference, and that PDF is called Offline Password Manager. And it was created especially for season 1, episode 9 of my cybersecurity podcast called Don't Get Hacked, Call Me for Help. So there's an offline password manager you'll get access to, and it's a step-by-step guide on performing a regular audit on all your website and app passwords to teach you how to create a strong, secure password that you can remember. And it has a QR code that will take you to season 1, episode 9 of my cybersecurity podcast. That podcast episode will step you step by step through making an inventory list of all your websites and app passwords, and step you through testing your credentials and stepping through password resets if needed. The most important step is regular testing, auditing, and the process of creating and recording the new, strong, secure 16-character password that you can remember. So I want to wrap this up talking about real-life consequences of disregarding strong, unique passwords. To underscore the importance of my masterclass, let's examine the tangible consequences that may unfold when individuals neglect the fundamental aspect of using unique passwords. Financial loss. At the start of this masterclass, I briefly mentioned one financial ramification of poor password hygiene, such as identity theft. However, there's more financial loss consequences that can be a result of poor password hygiene. So you can lose access to your bank accounts, trade secrets, CRM systems, including customer names and data, point of sale systems, stock and investment accounts, credit card charge accounts, pretty much every online account you have. Hackers can get in if they guess your passwords or if there's a leak. Also, very important is reputation damage. Social media accounts, often considered a window to our personal and professional lives, are not immune to cyber threats. Imagine the fallout of someone impersonating you, causing damage to your relationships, personal life, and professional reputation. It is not uncommon for business owners to reach out to my company, Don't Get Hacked, for assistance with recovering access to their social media accounts once they've been hacked. So there's a lot of fallout from getting hacked. And so we discussed passwords. Now I want to wrap this up discussing about backups, because backups is much, much more complicated depending if it's personal or business or enterprise backups. So the next step in protecting your digital assets is to future-proof your success is creating your plan for data backup and restoration of your data in a timely manner after disaster strikes. This can be, however, a more detailed process in creating unique passwords for each of your websites or apps. VIP ticket holders of this CLAvirtualconference.com get private access to Google Hangout sessions with me, Mike Duffy from Don't Get Hacked. It's a $500 US dollar value with me where we can discuss your current cybersecurity plan for passwords and personal or business data backups and your restoration plan. So I invite you to upgrade your ticket to VIP to take advantage of this credible offer. We're going to discuss your data backup plan and restoration plan, or lack thereof. Are you confident that you're able to restore all your files in your digital workflow, and that same workflow for any employees if your phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, or cloud servers are rendered unusable? What if it's your website that goes down? What if it's your CRM tool that goes down? How do you currently back up your software tools? Have you ever tested your backups?
Thank you for engaging with this session of Thrive. As we continue with our next speaker, remember the insights and strategies shared are steps towards your transformative journey this year. Stay connected for more empowering talks. The Connected Leaders Academy is committed to your ongoing journey of growth and excellence. Remember, this journey is just beginning. Let's keep the momentum going. Join our community at www.connectedleadersacademy.com.